You know, back in the day, the internet was so slow you could start downloading a song, go make a sandwich, eat it, wash the dishes, and your download would still be at 2%. Ah, the good old days. And who do we have to thank for this? AOL. Let's take a trip down memory lane. The year was 1985. A company called Control Video Corporation surfaced offering online gaming services for the Atari 2600. It was a different era, one where the internet was more of a playground for tech enthusiasts than a global phenomenon. Fast forward to 1991, Control Video Corporation underwent a transformation. It rebranded itself as America Online, or AOL as we know it. This wasn't just a name change. AOL introduced us to the world of dial-up services. The screeching, the crackling, and the long wait for the connection were all part of the experience. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the sweet melody of the dial-up connection was the symphony of the 90s, all thanks to AOL. AOL was like the high school jock of the internet world. Everyone knew them, and they were on top of the world, until they weren't. The late 90s and early 2000s were truly the golden era for AOL. Picture this, over 26.7 million people logging onto their computers, hearing the dial-up connection buzz, and waiting for the magic words, "You've got mail." It was a time when AOL was not just a service, it was a phenomenon. Remember those shiny little AOL CDs that seemed to be everywhere? In your mail, at the grocery store checkout, even tucked inside your favorite magazines. They were like little frisbees of internet access, promising hundreds of free hours online. And boy, did we fall for it. Then there was the AOL chat room, the virtual hangout spot before social media took over. It was a wild west of sorts where you could be anyone, talk about anything and meet people from all over the globe. It was exciting, it was new, it was the internet. But as they say, the higher you climb, the harder you fall. And for AOL, the fall came in the form of a merger. In 2001, AOL decided to join forces with Time Warner. It was a move that promised to revolutionize the media world. But instead, it turned out to be what some called the biggest mistake in corporate history. The merger was a disaster. The cultures clashed, the numbers didn't add up, and the dot-com bubble burst didn't help either. AOL's subscriber base started dwindling, and the company that was once synonymous with the internet was now struggling to stay afloat. So, AOL went from being the king of the internet to the court jester. But hey, at least they made history, right? AOL is like that old uncle who still thinks he's cool. He's not, but we still love him. This pretty much sums up AOL's journey from its dial-up days to the broadband era. Back in the day, AOL was the king of the internet jungle. Oh, those were the days. But as we know, nothing lasts forever. With the advent of broadband, AOL's dial-up service started to look like a relic from the past. It was like trying to win a Formula One race with a horse and buggy. Broadband was faster, more reliable, and didn't tie up the phone line. The world was moving forward, and AOL was stuck in the past. Their user base started to decline and never recovered. It was like watching a sandcastle being washed away by the tide. In 2015, AOL was sold to Verizon for $4.4 billion. It was an end of an era. AOL, the once mighty internet titan, was now a part of a telecom company. It was like seeing Superman retire and start selling insurance. And then, in 2017, AOL Instant Messenger was discontinued. For those of us who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, AIM was our first taste of social networking. It was our Twitter, our WhatsApp, our Instagram. We'd rush home from school, log in and chat away with our friends. We'd laugh, fight, and make up, all within the safe confines of our AIM chat rooms. But with the rise of smartphones and social media, AIM couldn't keep up. It was like watching a silent film star trying to make it in the age of talkies. So there you have it, AOL went from being the king of dial-up to a has-been in the broadband era. But let's not forget, without AOL, we wouldn't have had the joy of waiting 5 minutes for a web page to load. Oh, the nostalgia. So where is AOL now? Well, it's still around, just not in the way you might think. AOL has managed to cling on to the digital world, morphing into a digital media company. Yes, you heard that right. AOL, the once mighty internet dinosaur, is now in the business of digital media. It's like a T-Rex trying to play the piano, but you've got to give it credit for trying. Now, you might be wondering who's holding the reins of this digital T-Rex. Well, that would be none other than Verizon. Yes, that Verizon. The same company that provides your cell phone service now owns AOL. And what's AOL's focus now, you ask? Well, it's all about digital advertising. It's like AOL decided to swap its dial-up modems for pop-up ads. It's a strange new world, isn't it? And that's the tale of AOL, the internet's favorite punchline. Sure, it might not be the internet giant it once was, but hey, at least it's still trying. And remember, without AOL, we wouldn't have had the joy of hearing "You've Got Mail" every single day.